Welcome to the HR Empowerment Podcast, where we will uncover strategies and new insights from HR professionals who discuss up-to-date regulations, best practices, and the most pressing topics like diversity and equity, leadership, dealing with difficult situations, and much more that affect your bottom line and business. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, Wendy Sellers here. Welcome back. We are here talking about how to reconnect in a disconnected world through the forgotten practice of handwritten letters. And I, for one, need some help with this because I am a horrible handwriter. I love writing notes, but they're usually via email. So we're going to turn this over to our expert here who has written 580 Facebook friends a handwritten letter and has 2 books out. Amy Daughters, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Hey, what tips do you have to our listeners for, strategies to making letter writing a consistent practice?
Right. Well, I think, again, like I said, my story is overwhelming. It's too much. Like 600 letters is too much. 2 pages of letters are too much. I think the first thing is you got to make letter writing your own. What speed do you want to go? And I think for me, what works, I still write 1 card or note a day, and it takes me about 15 minutes, and that's doable. 10 minutes, 15 minutes to write a short, 4-sentence note and a small card, that is doable. But it's kind of like exercise. You can make it part of your, routine, then it becomes part of the fabric of your, work day, because I use it from a, career standpoint as well. But then keep it simple. If you're worried about your handwriting, write 2 sentences and write them slowly. And I guarantee you your handwriting will improve because you'll just get used to it. It's, again, like exercise. But the thing I think that will most kick in if you give it, let's say you're going to write 2 letters a week and you said Tuesdays and Thursdays are my letter days and I'm going to spend 10 minutes writing these letters and that's it. Maybe it's one day, maybe it's every Friday you're going to do it. You're going to pick somebody who you appreciate and just keep a list during the week of who your person's going to be. You sit down and do that. I guarantee you after you start doing it, because this happened to me, and you build momentum of writing the letter and then passing it on, however you're going to send it. 1, you're going to build this anticipation in yourself of the other person opening the letter, whether you ever hear from them or not. But 2, you're going to break this concept. The conception is if I'm going to write you, JC, and I'm going to tell you what I appreciate about you, that it's all intended to make you feel good about yourself, and it will. That's the selling point in all this. But I guarantee you, the person who's going to be the most changed in writing all these letters is the letter writer. It is going to change your perspective on your employees, on your relationships, and on yourself, because all these days that you do this, something good in you is going to remind you that you can have an impact on people, on the world, on your organization, on your department that is good. And that is going to be one of the most positive things to come out of this that you did not expect.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, though, from the receiver's perspective, especially back at the workplace. Why is a handwritten letter so much more special or impactful than, say, a text message or an email?
It's back to the magic at the mailbox. They're going to know you took time to do this, that their relationship in the department or organization or as a customer, their relationship with you specifically, individually, meant enough for you to take the time to do this. They're going to understand that for them to do this, they're going to be like, I don't want to do that. They're going to understand, but she or he wanted to do this because I matter in this organization. I matter. And, we want to matter as a person too. And in the digital age isolates us. There's so many great things about digital communication. We wouldn't be talking right now without it, right. But the truth is we feel like we matter, and we talk about retention. Belonging is the word you used, but what makes you feel more belong than being singled out individually? It's almost better than a public award because you can keep it and you can hold on to it. And I guarantee if you look around the office of letter writers, people who do it laterally or up and down a chain of command, those letters are saved. They're saved somewhere in the desk because they mean something and they matter.
According to SHRM, organizations that schedule specific times for managers to write letters see a 35% increase in the consistency of letter writing practices. Receiving a handwritten letter can significantly boost the recipient's psychological well-being by fostering a sense of personal connection, appreciation, and, just like Amy said, emotional support. Back to you.
Yeah, I think that's spot on right there. It's the personal connection and everything else that goes with that. But folks that are listening, it still needs to be sincere. It needs to be honest. It needs to be transparent. It needs to be sincere. If you're just doing it because you're forced to, the receiver is going to know that. They're going to figure it out eventually. And if you're copying and pasting it from something else, they're going to eventually see that, because we should have our personalities match that, right, Amy?
Right. And then looking for something personal is as easy as looking for an achievement or a that boy or a good job, or even seeing a struggle that an employee or a fellow coworker has and acknowledging that. I mean that's a big deal too. But again, this can be done in just a few sentences. This is not something that has to be even done in paragraphs, because sincerity can come across in just a few words. I have a Post-it on my computer right now from a friend. Amy, you are making a difference in the world. That's all it says, and it's been on my computer for 12 months. One sentence I look at every morning that makes me a better person.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Tell your friend that we say thank you, because you being a better person is making us laugh our butts off right now. Well, hey, everybody. Yeah, thank you. I'll send you a handwritten letter on that.
You got to find me, Wendy.
I think I can. I can. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening to episode 3 of our 5-part series on how to reconnect in a disconnected world through the forgotten practice of handwriting. Don't forget that at Aurora Training Advantage, we have a lot of interesting webinars coming up, such as the Empowered Assistant, Developing Essential Management Skills. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining the HR Empowerment Podcast, brought to you by Aurora Training Advantage. We hope you've gained new insight and strategies to navigate the HR profession. We look forward to you joining us again on the HR Empowerment Podcast.